Hello friends, I am Narendra Verma. So today we are going to talk about a topic of 12th standard in business studies, that is nature and significance of management. And as you know that this chapter has a lot of details. So in present session we are going to talk about only meaning of management, difference between effectiveness and efficiency, and characteristics of management. And later topics will be covered in the another sessions. So let's start. Very first, let's talk about this term, management. So often we have heard this term. This is not a new term. Already so many of you must have heard it many a times at many places. Let me tell you one important thing about it, that anything minus management is equal to nothing. Now we can understand the importance of management by this equation. See, whatever is happening around you, whether you are in your home or you are in school or you are in a hospital or somebody is running his business, whatever is going on, whatever process, event, or you can take the example of any marriage function, birthday party, whatever, anything, any process, any event, any program, you will find management there. If you subtract management from there, you will get nothing. Nothing means that the things will not go in a manner in which these are supposed to be. For example, let's take example of a school. If there is a principal in a school, and why he is there? He is there to manage all the activities. He is there to manage all the staff. He is there to manage all the administrative work. If the principal gets absent from the school, then what happens? The things start going mismanaged. We can take the example of any marriage function. As you are a student and you must be having so many functions at your home, you must have attended so many birthday parties and marriage functions. You must have noticed one thing. Very first, some of the responsibilities are given to some people, and some people had some of the work which are assigned to them, and then only the things go in a proper manner, right? So if we really want something to achieve its objective, then we must follow management there. Now let's talk about the business. So many business organization. Now we are talking about the big organization. Very first, you can take the examples of Reliance Industries, you can take the example of TCS, okay, and you can take the example of Aditya Birla Group. So many companies are there. There are so many foreign companies as well. You will find one thing common there. They people follow management. Only then they can achieve their goal in long run. Because without management, everything will be chaos. You just imagine if you have a company of thousands of people, how you are going to achieve your goal. You need to establish some system so that the objectives can be achieved. So now let's come back without wasting much time. As I told you that anything minus management is equal to nothing. Now I'm going to give you the definition of management. What is management and how it works? If we talk about management, it can be termed as a process, because management is not a single stroke activity. What is a single stroke activity? Say for example, you throw a ball into sky. This is a single stroke activity. If you bow an arrow, then this is the single stroke activity. But management is not a single stroke activity. That is a process, and a process has various steps, right? So very first we need to remember, whenever we are going to define the management is a process, not an activity, right? Remember this. Okay, now the process, what does this process consist of? This process talks about getting the work done by people. Now I want to clear the most important thing here. If I am alone managing my shop, there is no one to handle it, then I need not establish management. That management will be there, but there will be called self-management, right? Management is required in most of the cases where the group of people is working. So that is why management is termed as a process of getting the work done by people. Now this definition is incomplete. We will complete it by to achieve predetermined goals, right? Why we practice management? So that we can achieve our goal, the goals that we have already decided. That's why I have used the word predetermined, means already decided goals. So management is a process of getting the work done by people to achieve predetermined goals with, the most important thing is here, with effectiveness and efficiency. Now, these two terms I have added new here, right? This is a very common definition. You can easily understand the meaning of these words, that management is a process of getting the work done by people to achieve predetermined goals. But the important thing comes here, with effectiveness and efficiency. Because when it comes to achieve the goal or complete a work, then anybody can do it. In any way it can do it, right? So we need to understand, when we are going to achieve the success, when we are going to achieve the goals, then we have to focus on two things. One is effectiveness and another is efficiency. Now, very first we need to remember, this is the definition of management. You can learn it. One more thing, this is the definition, the meaning that I have given you after reading so many content given by so many people. But there are some authors, they have given definition of management in their own way. So you can go and read. After this video, I'll give you some links so that you can read the various definitions, because the authors experimented on some of the things and they observed, and just on the basis of their observation, they have given the various definition. So do remember that as well. So now let's talk about these two words, effectiveness and efficiency. Now, from the exam point of view, these two terms are important. Why these are important? Because so often the 1 mark question comes. And what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? Or you can get any case study regarding that, so in which you are asked to find whether it is effectiveness or efficiency. Now, without wasting much time, let's come on to these two things. Effectiveness. Effectiveness means doing any task within time, and efficiency means doing any task at minimum cost and at maximum benefit. See, very first let's talk about effectiveness. As I have mentioned here, in short I have explained. In books, if you go through, then you will get the things in detail, and so many examples will also be available there. You can go to NCERT or some other textbooks as well. So effectiveness, doing any task within time, right? So if a target is given to a group of people, then if they complete it in time, it means they people are known as effective. But at what cost? Right? At what cost, how much they costed and how much it was required to be, that doesn't make much difference. I'll give you one example for that. Okay, say for example, there is a marriage function in somebody's home, right? And the responsibility of making the water available was given to you, right? Now what happened? You forgot it. Okay, because if you need to arrange 20 barrels of water, you need to give the water person order in advance, but you forgot that. Now what happened? The day of marriage came. Now at that point of time when you were asked, then the job was given to you, it has been done or not, then you remembered, oh my god, I forgot that. Now in that case what you did, then you tried your all sources. Now what happened? Two things were there. One thing was that water was not available in that much quantity at that point of time. And another thing was that wherever it was available, it was costing much more. Earlier, you were getting 10 rupees per barrel, and now you are getting, say for example, 20 rupees per barrel. But at the time of marriage, before getting the function started, you made water available and the job was done. The mismanagement in your function did not happen, did not take place. So it means you are known as an effective person. because you did not let the things go in a wrong manner. You handled them and the job was done in a proper manner. So you will be called an effective manager, but will not be called as an efficient manager. Why? Because you had to pay more money, right? Now let's talk about efficiency. Efficiency means doing any task at minimum cost and at maximum benefit. Now, if you had planned it a bit earlier, if you had thought about it, then what you could have done, you must have gone to various water people who were arranging the water in much quantity at marriages, and you were inquiring about the rates, sorry. And in that case, what happens? Somebody was ready to give you the bottles at 8 rupees per bottle, and somebody was ready to give you at 9 rupees per bottle. And but as you increase the quantity, you talk about 20 barrels, then a person got ready to give you per bottle 5 rupees. But what you had to do, you had to check the quality of the water as well. The person who was giving you 5 rupee per barrel, you check the quality of that bottle, and the person who was giving you 8 rupees per barrel, then you check and you find the better quality which was coming in 8 rupees, right? Then you finalize that 8 rupees per bottle. Now in that case, you will be proved as efficient manager. Why? Because you took care of two of the things, minimum cost as well as maximum benefit. Remember that efficiency includes both minimum cost as well as maximum benefit. Here maximum benefit means good quality of water, right? You could have easily gone for minimum cost. You were getting the water at 5 rupees, but you went for 8 rupees. Why? Because you wanted to get maximum benefit at minimum cost. So we have to remember it. So while practicing the management activities, we have to remember these two things. Whatever activities we are going to do, these should be completed within time as well as at minimum cost and maximum benefit, right? Now, someone may ask one question like, sir, effectiveness, one manager can be effective, another can be efficient. Is it necessary? Yes, of course it is necessary that both the qualities should be there in a manager, right? Because if you really want to achieve your predetermined goals, because this is what, to increase the profit, there are two ways. One way is to reduce your cost, and another way to increase your turnover. So you have to work upon two of the activities, reducing your cost as well as increasing your turnover. So that is why in these both terms are necessary for the management. That's why the complete definition of the management is a process of getting the work done by people to achieve organization goal, predetermined goals with effectiveness and efficiency.